Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Raubritter. I'm the Radio Man 03, and it's awesome to have you along. We're still in demo stage, but they have bumped up to, let's see, point 2. What are we at now? I just had it. I'm looking at their page right now on Steam. 0.21c. I think at 0.35 is when they want to actually put the game out for folks to play, and it won't be in demo mode anymore. We're still in early access, of course. But I believe it's around July 15th. The developers reached out to me, sent me a few keys that I'll be able to give away once the game goes up. I thought we'd come back in and take a look at it because a lot of things have changed in the last week that we tried it. We did a few episodes and then, it's a demo, so we walked away from it, but we knew we were going to keep looking back at it. It's on my wish list. So I did receive information that the game has had an update. Again, it's at 0.21c. And if you go to their Steam page and look at it, the top picture really thrills me because there is a knight standing next to a horse, which I think is fantastic. We're going to jump in and look at some of the other things here. They had almost 21,000 downloads of the demo during the Steam Next Festival, which I thought was really fantastic. So their support for the game. This is the game I've been wanting, medieval style. There's other ones out there that have been good, but I'm looking for something this has modular building in it, but it also has your own physical building, which I like. So my house, my farm, our ranch, whatever we build, our kingdom is going to be built by us. There's going to be modular buildings within that, but our personal living area is something we can build, which is a big plus for me. What they've added to it is automatic resource gathering. There's a German translation now. The compass shows where the quest is. Information about why you can't build in certain areas. There was that whole building issue that I had when we were trying out the demo before. That has been resolved. I went into the game last night late and did a little fiddle around with it, and it looks a lot better. I'll show it to you in just a second. Let's go through the notes that they've listed here so far. Easier building placement. The little sticks should not block building anymore. Information in the building menu. If you don't have enough resources, it'll tell you, hey, you can't build this because you don't have the resources. Information about why you can't build in a certain area. Some fixes in the Polish translation. Big Forge now has additional foundation for easier building. The creepy AI attack idle after a conversation is gone. You know how they used to wiggle back and forth? We'll look at that. Can't build on foundations anymore. Oh, the well can't be built on foundations anymore. Fibers now gathered from ferns and plants on the ground. The character does not block on small hills, rocks, and objects. The rocks close to the lake does not block you anymore. Apparently there was a rock that did that. The crafting items make the right sounds. The particles are right. The crafting UI is not blocked by the fuel menu anymore. To drop items, hold Control and click the item you want to drop. To split drag the item on a new slot with Shift half with Control 1. All this needs to be looked through, and the typing, when they're putting this information up, they need somebody to go through and proofread this and make sure things are spelled right and just in the right order and actually make sense. That's one thing I've noticed, is that the writing on some of this is very choppy. There's a lack of clarity in some of this. Things you could do now. There's a new map. You could drink water from the rivers and lakes. I tried that. That does work. Body looting, better AI behavior and balance, spawn spread fixed, craftable arrows, which is nice. You now get feathers out of the trees, and we'll take a look at that. Mouse sensitivity settings, rivers slow down the character, cave appearance. You can collect rocks, sticks from the forest floor. I did a little bit of that. Fix the map control, WASD moves faster, and by clicking on the market, you can go to target. Woodlog fixed. It should not disappear underground when cutting trees on slopes. Bigger speed difference between walking and running, crouching. You can't attack the merchant or your building while trading. Crafting. Escape is exiting menus. Crouching does not bug the bow anymore. And you can equip and hide your weapon with the hotbar slot number. There's other things in here too. There's a lot of changes that came along between where we were last week and where we are this week. It's just amazing how many things have changed. So let's jump into the game and take a look. I'm going to close that out. Go to your Steam page. If you've not wishlist that, I hope you do. That'd be great. And take a look at that. So let's go back into single player. Here's our guy. He seems to have held on to the clothes that we gave him. Maybe, maybe not, but this is what our character looks like at the moment. Let's continue the game. I've got in here, and I went through some of the tutorial a little bit. which has been updated as well. And it was quite simple to get around and do things. So within about an hour or so, hour and a half maybe, I did do a little bit of this. Now, they mentioned that there were some mouse control settings in here. And I'll save language, show number. I'm not seeing where key bindings I can actually adjust the speed of, there's an unstuck button down here too if you get stuck. I don't see where I can adjust the speed of my mouse. So we'll just leave that the way it is. It says it's in there, but I did not see it. So I'll just be careful. Now you can see we've got sticks on the forest floor. Look at there. So we can pick these guys up down here. I'm actually by that pond, as you can tell. I've got a little bit of a spread put together here. Not much, but a little bit. The moving and the swaying has reduced considerably too, if you guys have noticed that. Let's go ahead and get this out of our inventory. And if I have an empty hand, number 4, it's even less now. So it's not like it's all kind of, you're not constantly weaving back and forth. Another nice thing, quality of life thing is, and I didn't mind picking this stuff off the ground. I just wanted it to be a little bit, I guess, more noticeable. Like these sticks are very noticeable, right? You can really see these. But watch as I chop the tree down the right-hand side of the screen. You see that? Feather, bark, sticks. Feather, bark, stick. Feather, bark, stick. All that stuff comes right into your inventory now. The tree comes down and boom. So we don't have fiber. The fiber anymore is not something we can get. And we could crouch down here and actually get rid of this tree stump as well. Let's go near the water's edge down here. Instead of breaking those oddly looking stone boulders, we now have rock on the ground that we could just pick up, like so. Very handy. If we come over to the water now, we stay on the water. I can hit E, and I can drink water. That's perfect. Just perfect. There's far more deer on the map at the moment. We're actually in an area where you guys have, we spent time here before. Just in general, look at the world. You can see the greens are greener. There's a little more life, a little more vibrant. You can see the trees swaying a little bit here in the breeze. You got the mossy covered stones. The world looks really beautiful. They did something with these colors that look really nice. Even the ground cover looks really good right now. I'm trying to see if I could find a couple of bushes for you guys to see. I had some deer down here. Yeah, there's a deer right there. I was killing rabbits at the beginning, like one of the first two other tutorial things you have to do. Amish wants you to go get a couple of rabbits and then cook the rabbits for them and then give them the meat. And I did that, but I noticed that the dead rabbits that I killed were laying around for a long time. And then the new rabbits would come in and you'd shoot the new rabbits and then they would die, but the rabbits didn't seem to be despawning very quickly. I wanted to check this cave out with you. This is the iron cave that we've spotted and used in the last test of the demo here. And I want to go back down here and see if we can... It's pretty dark in here. I know you guys probably can't see very well, but we'll see what happens here with the iron. The auto gather is nice. So we auto gather all that stuff too, right? I got some stone in my inventory. I got 17 iron ore, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so we got the autofill. Now you can't run with a tool in your hand, I noticed. There's no running involved in there. But if I go to 4 with an empty hand, I can run just fine. But once I put something in my hand, running no longer really becomes something I should be able to do. I would think I would still be able to run despite the fact I have a weapon in my hand. And the wolves that were right here in the last part of the demo, last time we had the demo up and running, right in here, I have not seen a wolf yet. I don't know if they're being worked on or what it may be. But the creeks as well. Look at the green kind of muckiness of the water is in here, which is good. I think you probably would want to wash, clean your water, but the water back then was probably a little bit cleaner than it is today. These rabbits right here, you can see they move much more now. They still don't have a very good fear thing, they should run a little bit more from you and stuff like that, but once you kill them, they kind of lay here and do a ragdoll effect for quite a period of time, and then they actually are still here when the new rabbits spawn in, and then they are ragdolling as well. So I had like, I don't know, 6 to 10 rabbits kind of in this area just kind of bouncing around and ragdolling. Let's go see Amish. I'm supposed to go do... I guess I don't have any active quests at the moment. I'm supposed to be making a better camp for myself. Let's see what he has to say. You can see his camp is different as well. It has a lot more bigger spikes around it and all that good stuff. And there he goes. Last night I was in here cooking the meat for him like I was supposed to. What I noticed is that he kind of stopped and stood right here to talk to me. And when he stood right here, I couldn't get past him. I had to wait for him to take a couple steps in before I could get around him. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Is there anything in here? I can't open that. So, yeah, he stands right there. You see, now I should be able to get past him. I can. But you can see his encampment looks a little bit different at the moment. But you just want to make sure he doesn't stand like right in that doorway right there. Let's go over here. I was talking about the fiber. This is our fiber now in the game. Point. You can see it highlights when it's ready for you to grab. And what do we get each time we do this? 8 and 8. 9. 9. 9. 9. So 8 or 9 pieces of this at a time. Seems to be more trees possibly in the area too. Not sure about that, but it seems like there's a lot more trees. A lot more of this kind of pathway too is in here. The forest looks beautiful. I love it. Still no nighttime. We're still just daytime all the time. But I'm assuming that nighttime will come eventually as well. Let's give it a little bit of a run. I like the fact that the stamina, the food, the water, all that stuff works right now, which is really great. The deer also don't seem to run. You can shoot them repeatedly and they just kind of stand there and take it. You can see them get hit and they make a motion that they got hit. But if I was a deer and I got shot by an arrow that wasn't going to kill me, I'm pretty sure I'd probably take off running a little bit and make somebody chase me down. But they're probably, that's something, again, the game is under development. It's in the demo stage at the moment. So don't, let's not judge too soon on too many things. Oh, look at this. Okay, so some of these reeds are also picked up as fiber. There's like 5 there. Okay, I see. So some of these are and some of these aren't? Or they all are? It looks like they all are. Yeah, we could pick all those reeds. That's a lot of fiber right there. So tons of fiber along the shoreline. Let's get you out to a space that you may not have seen in a little bit. And I'm going to take a look at some of the building with you too today. I've got some of the logs kind of put together and turned into plankage so we could do that. Let me chop down a couple more trees as well while we're at it. I'm liking this because it's got every aspect I was looking for in a medieval game right now. I think we talked about a little bit there at the beginning that there are other medieval games out there. Medieval Dynasty comes to mind, and it's a nice game. The thing I didn't care for was that it's all modular, and this has got that aspect of not being completely modular. So that kind of just sits well with me. Also, the first tools you start out with aren't iron, they are stone, which you can see I've got the stone axe. He gave me the stone axe and the stone pickaxe, but the rest of the tutorial seemed to be pretty much the same. Let's run down this way. I wanted to see if I can get you guys out to get a better look at the whole world and see what there is going on here. Here's the main highway that runs through the map at the moment. I don't know if there's more of it. I've not explored the whole thing. But you can see we've got a nice cobblestone roadway now. It's still a little vacant, I think, along the edges of this. But at the same time, it does look better. There's a lot of these little paths that kind of start off the side here. And I don't know if you follow all of them, if they lead somewhere. But like this just goes to this hillside here, it looks like. And that's about it. And the terrain is starting to remind me a little bit of, I don't want to say Ark, I want to say more like Citadel Forged with Fire, all these little plateaus that are around here that you can kind of build on. The world is giving me that kind of a vibe, which is not a bad vibe at all, but you got your hills and stuff like this. Here's town. It's not very far from them at all. Trading kind of works the same way. You've got 2 people in town we can trade with. Now, we're not supposed to be swinging at this guy, so if I've got an empty hand on, if I go to Balco and I say start trade, you can see he's got a bunch of stuff in here. I've got 84 gold at the moment, so I could get this 50 silver coin hatchet. I could buy these things off of him. Initially, Hamash sends you off to do the to go purchase a couple of medical things. He wants you to purchase a health potion, and he wants you to purchase a bandage. I didn't find a bandage on either one of these traders in this town to be able to do that. This guy's got the tools and the shovels and stuff. And I'm curious as to what the shovels are going to be for. I don't know that we can use the shovel for anything at the moment. I've not tried. And then the other guy has just the potions on him, so I'm not sure. Okay, I didn't swing at him, so that's a good thing. That's what was getting me in trouble before. Now, I don't know if we could steal these things. You get in trouble for stealing, of course, and then they run a sword through you. I'm hoping that these buildings here eventually will have, something in them. The town will have a little bit more, maybe a tree here and there, some bushes here and there. Hopefully cattle and chickens and pigs and things of that nature, too. I mean, how fun would that be if we had all that going on in here? Here we have a tavern. This has a few things in it. I can't pick that up. I just tried to take that since there's nobody in here watching me. We got a few tables. I see some stuff up here. There's a bed. Oh, man. Can you imagine sleeping in that bed? Holy cow. How uncomfortable would that be? So we got a little saloon, a little tavern there. I didn't even notice that before. These windows are closed. This little hatch is open. And you can see they're all empty inside. But again, we're in the demo stage. Let's not judge anything at the moment. Right now, it's looking very nice. I like this pathway. I like the fencing. It looks very nice. We got a mucky, gooey cobblestone, missing cobblestone, muddy, water-covered roadway here, which is really looking good. I like this look. You know, this would be totally normal, right? Totally normal to have road look like this back in those days. Who's this guy? Franz. This is Franz. So this is the other trader in town. And he just has some of this stuff here. He's got some, like, I bought one of these. It said to buy a healing potion and a bandage. Now, I cannot seem to find where there is the bandage in here. So if I go in here through everything he's got, I don't see bandages. Maybe that's something still coming to the game, and we just don't have that in here yet. So you got Franz and Brolock, or whatever his name was, Borlock. We'll get to know that a little bit better. This game is on my wish list, and I will be playing. Oh, what do we have here? Father Stowe, I have never met you. Welcome in my village. How can I help you? What can you tell me about this village? Yes, okay, continue. This is kind of weird the way the dialogue works. This is Harda. My master is Folko de Lork, and this is the only village where Germans and Poles live together in friendship. You are free to stay. They all say the same thing. This guy here and the guards all say the same thing. So it's probably just a placer for the verbiage that will be coming down the road. This guy, of course, tells you that if you steal something or do something wrong in town, they're just going to run you through and basically take you out. So we've got a few more things showing up on the ground around the cottages and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. The other thing that I thought was interesting about the village here today is that looks like we've got crops coming too. Wheat. Oh man, doesn't it look good? That sweet wheat. It looks really nice. I like the wheat. And then we've got cabbage. Cabbage, and more cabbage out here. And they look beautiful as well. I mean, that's a big head of cabbage. So to be able to grow food on a farm, that would be really fun. You know, that's what we're all about, right? Our survival game players, we like to build, we like to farm, we like to explore, we like to hunt. You know, we like all that stuff. So you can see it's coming along even further. It's changed so much, I think, in the week's time that we've been here. But then, you know, I'm kind of new at this whole thing too. So here we are. Sip my coffee real quick. Okay, we're coming up on a castle now. The bridge is out, though. I didn't come over here last night because I wanted to wait for you guys to be here. Look at this down in here. That is gorgeous looking. I like that water. Is there a way down here? So this isn't actually a kingdom that's still growing. This one's all in tatters and stuff. Let's see if we can get around here and go see that castle. I'm curious about this now. Okay, there's plenty of fiber out here. Let's go down this way and see what this looks like. Pretty water. Can I swim, or do I need to even swim here? Don't know if it's going to be a swim thing or not. But we're out of there. Let's go see if we could get into this thing. Are we going to have bandits maybe in here or something like that? I don't know. We've got somebody in here. Well, at least there was somebody in here. Bunch of holes in the walls to get through, so the castle was breached. Oh, we got bandits in here is what we got. Yeah, looks like we've got a few bad guys in here roaming about. They don't see me, which is kind of weird. You'd think they'd see me. Maybe this guy will see me? There we go. Let's see what he got on him. It says bodies are lootable now, so let's see. I was looting bodies before. Coin, 20, 30, 50, open it, common, beer. I'm up to 104 coin now. Did any of my arrows fall to the ground, or... It almost seemed like he was blocking some of them, huh? So he doesn't know where that even came from. So I could literally kill him from a distance, and he does not know what's going on. That's going to have to be worked on, for sure. Yeah, it's a little too easy, huh? Oh, right in the face. Oh, he didn't see me, though. We got like 4 arrows left. So body shots not as good as the headshots. Let's pull this guy out a little bit and see if we can club him. Block and all that good stuff. Oh, I missed that. I missed that too. He's going to kill me. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so he hits for quite a bit of damage there, it looks like. And he's got some coin on him too. 20, 30, 50, open it. Let's see, we have 104. We went up to 124, so he had 20 gold on him, 20 coin. Okay, so there's that. Let's see, do I have that potion on me? Maybe that's something we could take a look at too, if I take it? No, I don't. But I think if I go down to number 6 and eat a piece of meat, that's going to bump me up 6. I believe the food has got stats right. 2 health, 12 hunger. So 2 health, 12 hunger. Not a whole lot when it comes to the health, but it, you know, maybe save you a little bit. So I'm not getting any of the arrows back after I shoot them into the characters, these NPCs. So that's something we're going to have to watch out for as well. Making arrows is pretty simple, and we're going to go back to camp and do that. I thought we had a third guy here. There he is over there. So I had 2 friends here. What happened to them? Yeah, the AI and stuff, I'm sure that's what all developers are always working on, right? The AI, they're trying to get it to work better, be more challenging and all that good stuff, so we'll see what happens there. Oh, there's an arrow. I'm looking to see, because sometimes it looks like they're deflecting it, and sometimes it looks like it's just hitting them and being absorbed by their bodies. So I'm not quite sure. And is this someday going to have something attached to it? Is there going to be treasure and stuff like that in here to come get and be very difficult to get? I don't know. But it's pretty cool. It's nice to think, you know, there's all kinds of options that are possible here. And here's our bridge that's out of order. Let's go see if we can check some of these tents. I'm pretty sure I can run away from this guy and just get away from him, and we should be fine. And then again, he may follow me forever and a day, too. Yeah, the AI needs some work, but I think we all kind of expect that. It's headed down the right road, though. They're at least looking at us, you know, and coming at us eventually here. I have no idea what it takes to build a game or make a game. Nothing in that tent. Nothing in that tent. One of our arrows. No, you didn't see me. Peekaboo. Running around the tent. I'm out. Now, do these guys have any arrows in them? See how the bodies are still here? That kind of confuses me a little bit why the bodies would still be here. I mean, it's okay that they're here for a little while, right? Interesting part of the game would be if you do kill somebody out in the open, you'd have to go hide their body so that people wouldn't be alerted to the fact that you just killed somebody. Alright, so that takes care of the castle. I think that was pretty cool. And again, stress very much so that this is the demo version of the game, and they are actively working on it as we speak. So I think feedback, creative feedback, you know, is always welcome. Yeah, some of the sound effects don't quite line up right, but as I've mentioned numerous times already, this is, you know, being changed. This is being worked on. I think the world looks better already, just in the last week of updates that have come out. I need to go back to where our camp is. I need to find that pond. I'm just going to go south on the road and then make a left. I'll be back in just a second. Let's go back and look at some of the building stuff and maybe make a few more of the structures. Not structures, but some of the workshops to see what we have going on. I have bumped into a rook or two out in the forest too with some bandits around it also. So that is still implemented in the game. Could be in my own inventory. There we go. Arrows. 10 sticks, 5 feathers. So we've got feathers there. And I've got some sticks on me. So let's go ahead. How many sticks do I have? How many feathers do I have? Oh, 123 feathers. So I can make quite a few. I got 60 arrows right there. Boom. 40. 20. I think 20 is good. They might be able to move some of these numbers down since you're getting so much bump from what it is you're making. That's pretty cheap at the moment to get 20 arrows, you know. Are we breaking the sticks in half so we have 20? I would think maybe this would give me 5 arrows since I've got 5 feathers or something like that. So I think this could probably be dropped down. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but that's just my thought on that at the moment. 30 sticks and 10 fiber. There's our furnace. Now, you know what I don't know is the campfire still giving me charcoal. Let's see. I'm imagining that it is. I put the campfire over here by the pond because it's so beautiful. Okay, I don't see coal in there. How was I making coal before? Let's go ahead and we could drop this stuff in here since we don't have storage at the moment. We could drop some storage in here. I've been dropping stuff like that. I'm thinking maybe I can sell those. I don't know. It doesn't say they're worth any money, but there they are. And let's grab... I wish there was a sort button so everything would kind of sort together up here. That would be pretty nice as well, a sort button. Is there anything down here? No. Okay. You got your lean-to bed here. The pole to, of course, control the land. I noticed that there is now a sound effect for the chest. Like so. The loom, I've not really had experienced at the loom making any noise. It just kind of does its thing. Yeah, but in the saw bench, this is a bit of a different story here. And I think they probably want this sound effect to go a little bit longer. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. What do I have? I got 12 logs on me. Let's go ahead and do all 12. And we'll be able to do a little bit of building and take a look at that craft. So you get this initial cha-cha with the saw. Cha-cha. Saw, and then it goes away. Don't know if it's supposed to stay on. We're supposed to be hearing it right now while we're standing here, which is a reminder that, hey, you know, you got stuff going on in the saw bench. I don't know. But we're going to fiddle around with building here. Now, it says we can build on top of the sticks that are on the ground. I'm kind of curious to see if that is the case. Oh, and again, one of the greatest things that they've added to the whole thing is that I can now use sticks in my campfire to cook with. Makes total sense. Logs are so precious that, you know, you don't want to use the logs, but there are sticks everywhere. So the sticks are usable in your campfire, which is pretty cool. These resources come back depending on where you've placed your items. Like these stones have come back multiple times. You can see there's one on the campfire. So that was there. I picked it up. I put the campfire down. But then the stone respawned on top of the campfire. So that's something I would hope to see disappear as well, so that doesn't happen. The other thing that'd be nice is that, and it's always a complaint, I think, those of us who love to build, and it looks to me like this is going to work because I see sticks underneath our platform at the very moment here. There are sticks there that have respawned in. Everything respawns really quick. Way too quick, if you ask me. All these trees I cut down to build this stuff right here, and they all have come back super fast. So a little more time would be fine with me if I had to wait a day or two before these trees actually came back and I had to keep going out further to find trees to build with. That's part of the fun. It looks like we've got 2 deer backs, so that might be working better now too. You know, anyways, let's go in here. Let's grab these guys right here. I've got a bunch of axes, which was, what was it? Control, right click, control, right click, control, right click. I can drop those axes. They still have that repair icon on them. I don't know if these will despawn, but I hope they will despawn. Was it just the 2 that I had? I'm going to drop these guys over here. So control, right click, no. Control, I'm pushing the wrong key. Control, right click, and those guys drop to the ground. Now, what does this do to us? Last time it wasn't worth drinking it because it caused you so much damage. 8% thirst. Use and sleep, 8 plus on thirst. Over time, 15 seconds, 30% energy. Bitter tasting drink, the best one for any occasion. Can be used in hot bar. Let's see what happens. Okay, my stamina is flipping around at between 99 and 100. I don't think that's probably working right. Okay, no worries. No worries. Again, we're helping them out. Helping them out to see what's working and what's not working. Let's go ahead and put these in there. We'll throw that stuff in there. Okay, so I've got the boards on me. We need the building plan in order to build. So let's go R. Let's get our door frame situated first. Things are snapping much better. Much better. And I've been able to build out anywhere on here. Let's take a foundation. Now, let's see. Try to adjust the height of the building or look for another spot. Now, what if I take and pick up all these sticks? Does it allow me to build here then? Let me build, yeah, away from the sticks. So let's get this out of here. This out of here. I'm assuming that what happens here is this is in the way. That is probably in the way too. Maybe that's why I'm unable to build a foundation out here. Let's get this out of here. This. Like I said, they respawn back really fast, so we need to make sure we have a bit of an area here where we're not going to have that in the way. Let's go back to 4, hold down right click, and we're going to pick the foundation. Now we can build through here, and that is just phenomenal. Alright, it's a beautiful thing. Back to the build. Let's get our window here. Very nice. How about some stairs? Let's see. What do we... Are there stairs that are going to help us here? Or is it just... These are the stairs for the second floor. So it must be the ramp that we use for the first... Everything's placing just perfectly. Just absolutely perfectly. I love the way it's snapping into place. I'm going to do a solid wall here and a solid wall here. I'm actually going to add a door frame here, because it'd be kind of cool to do a second room off of here if we wanted to, and add to it. And we've got a wall. Not enough resources. Okay. Okay, we got some logs for that, and then we should have some logs in here for the kiln. Let's put these 7 in here and turn on. That guy smokes really nice now. I don't know that he had that effect before, but he certainly does have some smoke going on right now while we make our charcoal. So let's take a look at number 4 again. And we need slope wall right. Now we've got the, the half slope is here. What the heck? Why aren't you working? That's just crumbling. That's not good. It shows it's ready to rock and roll, but it is not staying there. That's interesting. Will it stay here? It will stay there. I don't think I'm getting any of those resources back, which again is a major downer for me, but I'm assuming some of that's going to be coming in the future as well. So 8 seconds to get a steel ingot. There's 2 iron, and we have a steel coming in. Looks a little bit shinier. This is a bit of a dull. This is nice and shiny. I think it's easy enough to tell the difference between them. The gray background is a little distracting on some of the items that are in here, especially the grayer looking ones. But more or less, I bet if these gray was lightened up just a little bit, everything would pop out even better in there. But the furnace is a beautiful thing. It's kind of interesting. There's no door to it. It must be just something that you would put everything into. Not sure. But it's a nice looking furnace. I like that. The smoke is a little interesting. It's up here. It's coming out of here just fine, and then it seems to reiterate itself up there. So that's kind of unusual. Again, this is the demo. The demo of the game. Oh, you know what else? Let's try one other thing. 6 board, 1 rope. Do I have 6 boards on me? I do. I need a rope and 40 stone. Rope and 40 stone. Let's get a rope. Yeah, I'm not sure how to do the shift of items over. Not quite sure what they meant by the... Oh, I just dropped that stuff on the floor. 40 stone, and then we could try the well out too. I know I don't need a well here, but I would like to try one out just to see. Oh, no, I can't pick up that rock, but I could drink water like a madman. 4 seconds. I do like the fact that we can make arrows now. And I like the fact the building has been worked on enough to where it seems like it's doing pretty well. We'll stick this guy right here. Water. You really need instantly 10 thirst. Okay, so instead of it being, I think it was 1, right? Now it's 10. You get 10 thirst per. Maybe it wasn't 1. Maybe it was 10. Anyways, it's there. It's the same. The well looks nice. You get your crank here for the bucket and all that good stuff. What was the other thing I was thinking about trying with you guys today? Last thing we did was the forge and bellows. I believe we got that up and running, and that was that was the first modular building we actually saw in the game. This metal chest. 8 boards and an iron ingot, huh? Do I have 8 boards left? I got 7. Okay. Yeah, I would like a sort button so everything just comes to the top and then it gets sorted alphabetically or whatever it may be. Be nice. So it looks to me like it's going to be a lot of gathering of the logs, logs, and more logs. Let's go ahead and grab. There's a rug in there. I wouldn't mind seeing what one of those looks like. We'll just grab the rest of that cloth right there. Carpet. Pattern carpet. Let's try that one. That's going to be a little easier for you guys to see, I think, too. We'll try one of those. I love all the decorative stuff that you can do in the house. Let me take a little break, okay? We'll come back. I'm going to make a few of these things so we can put them in the house and see what they look like. The furniture, let's take a look at some of that stuff, too. The decorative things that, you know, fill the world up and give you that sense of immersion when you're at your base. I'll be right back. Something that would be helpful, again, would be to have an arrow that tells us what's front and what's back. I believe this is the front. This is the chest that needs 1 iron ingot in order to be built. Looks to me like that's the latch right on there. So I'm just kind of dropping some of the stuff off that I have in my inventory, and I thought we'd try out one of these new chests here that we haven't seen yet. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. But like here, we've got these 2 pegs and the hinges in the back here. You could see that in the hologram. But I still managed to place it the wrong way, which could very well be just something that's, you know, my issue. For sure. Definitely. What other furniture do we want to try out? Let's try out there's a simple wooden table. There is a wooden table. Let's make the smaller of the 2. There's a stool. We'll craft one of the... Well, there's a chair. Let's get the chair. That's probably a better representation for us to look at. There's a shelf. Let's try that. A cupboard. Try that. Oh. Hey, radio. How about you go pick up those boards you just threw in that box? Yeah, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. Let's try it. By the way, if the saw bench is full, the boards will just start to pop out into the air here. I had this filled up with the bark and stuff, and I moved the bark over by the forge. So it ran out of space in here originally. And so they were just kind of spitting out into, not up into the air, but they were just kind of piling up over here on the ground. So there's that to think about. Okay, so back to what we were doing. We were doing a wood table. We were going to do the chair. We were going to give the cupboard, or the shelf idea, a shot, and the cupboard a shot. There we go. 30 stone, 10 log, 5 iron ingot, and 20 board. I wouldn't mind seeing the forge and bellows again. There's a barrel. Now, there's 2 different kinds of barrels here. What is the difference between these guys, I wonder? There's a sack. Let's try one of these barrels. We'll try a crate. 7 boards for the crate. That's not, you know, whatever. That's fine. Making all these good things right here. So that's all coming in as we speak. Let's grab a little cloth and see if we can't make one of those sacks and put that down and see what that looks like. Did I have all the cloth on me? What did I do with all my cloth? I may have used it up. I don't know. I don't know what I did with all my cloth. There's got to be some cloth around here somewhere. Oh, you know what? I bet it's actually... No, it's not in the loom. Did I use up all that cloth? I must have used up all the cloth on the rug, maybe? Let's go ahead and put down a few pieces of this furniture here, too. There's also a bed you can make. Let's see if we can find that bed. Leather straps, bandage with the cloth. I see that. We talked about that. The wooden door. I'm going to go ahead and craft another one of those. So we've got one for the backside. There's all the clothing. There's the hat. We made those last time we checked out the demo. There's the shelf again. 2 boards. A different kind of a shelf, it looks like. A wall torch. 1 wall, 1 log, 1 cloth. Okay, so we definitely need to try out that stuff as well. Let's grab you, and you. Take the door first. Put him right on the back here, where he should go. There we are. Do you open out? You open in. That's interesting. It's okay though. We'll go with that. And then we need to go to our plans, and we need to add another ramp out here, like so. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to pick up some... Well, you know, we've got a bunch of that stuff right here. It doesn't take long to grab up a bunch of this stuff here. Close to the water, you keep yourself filled up and hydrated. Out here in the steamy medieval time period, wherever we happen to be. Oh, living next to this would not be a good idea. The mosquitoes would be brutal here, I think. I don't know if there's any plans for something like that down the road, but yeah, it could be a nasty place to live right next to a pond. I remember we had this pond in our area that I used to fish in, and it was just this amazing place to go fishing because nobody fished there, so all the fish were just giant, it seemed like, and every time I went down there, I was catching something amazing, you know. And I remember I went down there once to pick up some of the reeds, some of these guys, these cattails for my garden pond that we had back in the day, and I had to go down and get some of those cattails from that pond, and lily pads as well is what I grabbed from the pond too. Took them home and put them in my my water garden, and I stepped in that water, and I no more than barely touched the grass, and I was swarmed by mosquitoes that were coming out. Like, hey, what's going on out here? Is that blood I smell? And bam, I was just covered from head to toe in mosquitoes instantly. That was not a pleasant thing. Okay, so the ones next to the water I can grab here, but the ones that are really close to the water edge, they don't seem to come up to me very well. Back to the loom. We need some cloth. Can we do that twice? I can't remember just how much of it I needed. But we're going to go ahead and do that a second time. And then we'll turn the rest of this into rope. I think that's got everything probably covered here. Maybe. Possibly. Alright. I've got a little bit of cloth on me now. Let's go back out here and see what it was that we were looking at here. The wall torch. 1 log, 1 cloth. Let's craft one of those. Definitely got to see one of those. Matter of fact, I think I'll craft... let's craft 4 of those. Some of this all needs adjusting, you know, how much it costs. Like this should probably have an iron ingot in it for the sconce and stuff like that. There's a lockpick that's interesting. So it tells me they're going to find chests and things that are locked that we're going to have to break into in order to steal the items out of them if we want to do that. That's cool. You could see the stuff that's coming down the pike here. You could see it's coming, which is exciting. I wonder if I've got to fuel these guys. That's a good question. Okay, hit E on it. It doesn't show me that I have to open it or anything else. Don't go sinking in the wall there. There we go, and we've made 4 of those, right? Let's put one out here where we've got our workbench and stuff so we can actually see out on this side of the building. At night, like so. I'm assuming there's going to be a nighttime, right? I mean, it only makes sense. Why would there not be a nighttime? We got another torch there. We're not going to be able to see how well they light, but we can definitely see how they look and how they sound. I thought I made 4. There's probably one still on the workbench. Okay, here's that cupboard. I was curious about this cupboard. It's neat looking. Okay, I can access it. I can put things in it. But nothing shows up on the shelf. That might be something they want to take into consideration as well. There's our barrel. Looks beautiful. I like the rope on it. That's nice. Here's a crate. We're going to put the crate over here too. We'll set it right over here. Again, I'm assuming that when we first put it in here, we take it out, it's ready and set to go. Again, more storage. Here's a little shelf. And again, it holds items. It's a chair. That is interesting looking. It seems pretty tall. Let's get the table first. Seems a little big. The chair does, I should say. Yeah, that doesn't fit. It's a little too big. Let's, yeah. Okay, that needs some work. What else we got going on here? Anything else that I needed to bring in? No. Okay, so I love the crackle of the flame of the torches. That is beautiful sounding. The models look very nice. The chair, of course, we noticed that that is a bit out of whack. Let's see what happens if we make that stool. Does the stool fit better, or is that also a bit unusual looking? Sack, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make one cloth sack. You are hopeless. Sack. Sack. Huh. Let's craft one of those and craft one of those, and we'll try those out and see what those look like. That looks like a large sack. And then we had a stool that we were looking at as well, correct? A stool. Let's, we got 4 boards. Let's do that. Did not take me long to gather the wood to do this. I've been at this for now for almost 3 hours, putting this video together for this, this particular demo version of Raubritter. And we'll put you right down there. Okay, so we got a nice sack. That's cool looking. It's hard to see which way that flap is going on there, but there we go. And number 4. This is a much bigger sack. Can I get that to squeeze in there? No, it's not going to squeeze into that corner, but we can put it right over here in this corner and make it look like it's kind of propped up in that corner there. Beautiful items. Okay, and then the stool. The stool is also too tall. That stool is too tall for that table. This maybe is not the table it's supposed to be, but if I were to bring that other table in here, which can we make it, I wonder? Let's get the other table and see. There was a large table, and then we made the smaller of the 2 tables here. The simple wooden table is the one we didn't make. Let's see what this one looks like. Some of the sizes are a bit off on this. Again, work in progress though, right? Work in progress. Okay, so we've got all those guys out there. Let's put another one outside the door here, out the back door here. There it goes. Wow, you're even smaller than the other one. That's interesting. You are much smaller than that guy. I thought this was going to be the right guy, but you can see he's not going to be the right size for that. He's definitely not going to be the right size for that. So we're going to put this table outside here next to the workbench, and I wonder if you can actually store things in the table. No, it is definitely decorative. Okay, decorative item. Did we ever find a bed? I thought there was a bed. There's the grindstone. We've not made that ever. I was thinking about getting some iron ingots, but I thought I'd wait a little bit. There's a fermenting barrel, so we're going to be able to make things like that. Here's a dummy. 12 board, 2 cloth. There we go. Let's make this bed and see how big this guy is. And we'll put him in there and see what's going on. 1 campfire and 7 iron ingot. Alchemical cauldron. So this is where we're going to be able to brew up our potions, which is pretty cool. And we got the drying rack, 4 log, 4 rope. We got the bed. It seems tiny. Tiny little bed. Take the bed. It says E. I can take the bed, empty the bed. Huh. Don't know what that means. Get in the bed or leave the bed? So is sleeping going to be a thing as well? Looks like it might be. There was something else we were talking about looking at right now. God, I really wouldn't mind finding out about that first workstation that we were looking at last time. This forge and bellows. 30 stone, 10 log, 5 iron ingot, and 20 board. I feel like I need to put that up and see what that looks like since we did that last time. Let's drop this stuff in here for now. We've got 6 logs on us. There's our build planner. Put you up there. We'll put you right there. And let's put the bow up here. 10 log, 5 iron ingot, 20 board. So I'm going to have to go get... I'm going to have to go dig up some of that iron. Okay, this is the first time I've been encumbered. And it's not letting me run, but it is letting me carry almost 50 pounds over what I had. So I can't run right now, which is a huge problem. But it's not actually causing my stamina to go down for the fact that I am encumbered. I'm trying to see if my food or water goes down any faster. This is probably something they're looking at as well, including that little half piece of roofing that won't stick up there. But this is a beautiful little place now, right? It's starting to come together a little bit. I like the different pieces of decorative stuff you can have. It'd be cool if when you put something in here that it does show up on the shelf. That's something, of course, that can come down the road so the shelves don't look empty. But I do like that. I do like that a lot. I can't do anything with that. I can't do anything with that. And I can't do anything with the giant throne-type chair either there. Okay, oh, we got to cook up the iron ingots. I've got 40 iron ore. What did I come out of there with? Jesus, 97 iron out of that. Just get that going. And then we've got some more charcoal over here, which I could just take that out of there, and then I could take that and put that right on in there, and we've got that going for us. Boom. So what did I need for that building? I think it was 5 or 10? 5 iron ingot, 10 log, 30 stone. I got the stone, I got the log, and I got the boards. All right, let's go ahead and... Oh, sorry. Let's open this back up again. Let's drop that in there real fast. That's my iron ingots. Okay, let's go make that. And then I want to place it and see just what it's going to do. Is it going to let me place that here? What am I missing? It says 10 log down here. It says 20 up here. What's the scooper here? Looks like I'm missing a log, so there's a little bit of a problem with the instruction there. Okay, we're going to run over here and grab a tree real fast, and we'll put that little building up and see what it looks like. Again, I'm not a big modular building guy. I don't like modular building very much. It's just not my thing. I like to build stuff myself. But as long as they're allowing me to build my base... okay. My base, I'm happy. And then I can put the modular structures, you know, where I want to. That's a decent compromise. Control right click, and boom, you drop that sucker. I should probably make another one. Let's see if this is done. Well, we got to make it now. Hold on. Here we go. Forge and bellows. Yeah, it takes 20 logs, not the 10 logs listed here. 5 iron ingots is correct. The 20 boards and 30 stone is all correct. But the log information is definitely incorrect here. Defense fence. You know, that's another thing. It shows that things are going to attack your base or your homestead. You're going to have to protect yourself. 101 seconds. Holy cow. Okay, that's going to take a little bit of time. Can I make one of these guys? Need a campfire, huh? There we go. Let's make that campfire. There's a drying rack, 4 logs and 4 rope. I've got that too. The grindstone we've not seen yet. There's a lot of things we've not seen yet. I'm trying to make as many of these things as I can to get you guys kind of an idea as to what's going on around here. What else do we have here? We got the tools and those sort of things, the bow, and then the clothing. Okay. I think we could do it right up here. There you go. Get your clothing, buildings, fuel. Fuel. That's interesting. Short bow, club. We got arrows, and then we've got our tools right here. 20 seconds left. I'll be right back. So I just wanted to say, when I see these updates come out, I will take a look at the update just as quickly as I can to talk about them and to look at the changes that are coming to the game. This is actually pretty nice. What if we were to set something up like this over here? Okay, you've got to be, of course, touching the ground with it. Have your cursor on the ground. The hologram could be a little lighter so we can see exactly what we're, you know, getting into here. Let's go to number 5, and then let's go and pick this stuff up. Because it does not want to set down when these sticks are laying on the ground here. It's also an interesting way to figure out, okay, are things going to start poking through after you put stuff down, which is just super irritating, so we'll see. Okay, we're looking at right here. I kind of like it so we could walk by it and see it. I'm hoping we can hold on to this little world for a while. So you'll let me build halfway into that rock wall there. That's not right. I'm sure that's something that'll be changed. There we go. Forge and bellows. We've got iron armor in here now. Let's go through this up here first. We got the iron clothing. Chainmail hood. 2 steel, 1 cloth, 1 tan leather, 1 leather strap. So it's going to get more and more intricate as we go along, of course, which we would expect. Fuel, weapons, metal spear. We made that last episode, or last time we checked out the demo. Here's the crossbow. Iron ingot, 4 boards, and 1 rope. That's really, really reasonable. Awesome. Okay, so there's that. Now, this grass poking through here, that is a bothersome thing for just about anybody who loves their survival building games, is when the grass pokes through your floor. So somehow something has to be figured out in a way to get that grass to, I mean, it's livable, we can live with it, but it'd be nice if it just did not show through there, if it would just disappear underneath the structure when you build it. Matter of fact, anything that spawned down here, if it would just disappear if you built it. We managed to get it to sit in here just fine. Right next to the pond, you could roll your wagon down the trail here and go right through here and stop off at the smithy. So we've got that. Let's see about this guy right here. Number 4 is our little cooking campfire. Now, is this something we could put inside? It is something we could put inside. Now, if I were to upgrade one of these floors to the stone, this would be a perfect place for that, you know. But right now, we don't have that. So we're going to go ahead and set this up outside here. Cook right out here in the great outdoors next to the house. Country mush. Oh, really? Okay, we've got recipes. Fish, 1 raw fish, goulash. I'm assuming fishing's coming, or they're going to be fish traps, or maybe a fish net, or something like that. Goulash, 3 raw meat, 1 pork. Oh, that is good news. 1 cabbage, 10 onion, and 1 sausage, or 1 onion, 1 sausage. That is really good news. I'm looking forward to cooking and then growing the crops as well. You see a bunch of crops growing around the edge of this pond here? Be beautiful, wouldn't it? Just be beautiful. Well, I think we gave it a good look over once again. Probably went too far, but I'm excited about it. I'm excited about having a medieval game that's going to have building, NPCs, an RPG aspect, wildlife in the forest, danger in the forest, danger along the road, adventure like that, maybe an occasional, group of knights or bandits find your place and attack, and you have to, fend them off. What else am I looking forward to? The farming would be, oh man, I can't wait till there's some farming stuff to come along that we could take a look at as well. So it's looking really beautiful and very promising. They're, of course, working on some of the things that are going on in the game. They're just still developing it. Again, I think it's around July 15th. They're hoping, I think, to release the first version of the game that's going to be sellable on Steam. I think it's July 15th is what I saw on their page, July 15th. So it's coming up just around the corner. And in between then and now, I'm going to go ahead and keep following it. It's on my wish list, like I said. I'm going to keep following it, and I'll bring you updates on when this is further along. Each time they do a little update, we'll come in and we'll take a look, and I'll see if I'll be able to hold on to this world so I don't have to go back and redo all the stuff over and over and over again. But it looks so amazing. It just looks so amazing. Let's get a screenshot of inside the house this time. We'll jump up on the Big Daddy chair and take a look in the house. Yeah, that is really, really looking cool. Yeah, the chair. It's funny. Okay. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the update on the Raubritter update. Their demo. It's coming soon. The game is coming soon, and they're looking for feedback. They've had a lot of interest on the wish list and people showing support for the game. Hopefully, you can show your support as well. Look them up on the Steam page on the Radio Man 03. Have an awesome, fantastic, and a superb day, and I look forward to talking to you again next time. Looking beautiful, guys. It's looking beautiful.